Something you... When I heard the commotion from the docks, I came here. There is no safer place than the house of the king. Is it not so? When I heard the commotion from the docks, I came here. There is no safer place than the house of the king. Is it not so?
You address the seneschal of King Faharajad's court. Spare me your foreign preambles and tell me your business here. If my tone was overly sharp, you have my apologies. I am receiving hourly reports on the situation at the docks. It is grim.
Peace be upon you, wayfarer. I am relieved to see a survivor from the docks. The news we have received is grave indeed. Of a certainty, King Faharajad, blessings of Ruptka be upon him, is king of Hammerfell, and rules over the Alakir and many points beyond. This is his center of power, and the forebears. Indeed, our realm is diverse. The forebears are progressives who firmly support the Covenant. Their counterparts are the Crowns, traditionalists who cling to the ways of Lost Yokuda and reject the practices of Tamriel. Do not concern yourself. The king's rulership over these lands and its people is firm as stone, among crown and forebear alike. King Faharajad, may Tava grant him eternal life, has made great contributions to the war effort. We Redguards are unparalleled in swordsmanship and grand strategy. Many of our most talented officers have already taken command of battalions overseas.
If you have come to speak with the king, the gods smile upon you, for he is holding court. Do not presume to waste his time, though. He has urgent matters to deal with, and has no time for trifles.
Welcome to Sentinel Wayfarer. If you've come to tell me about the docks, rest assured, I already know. I regret that you visit during such times. But perhaps your arrival is fortuitous. Perhaps you can help us fight the Withered Hand. Necromancers, led by Uafa and Alisan, the sons of the man named Satura I defeated many moons ago. The problem is the dead they raise. There is no greater dishonor in Alakir than striking our ancestors. My soldiers will not fight the undead.
Change of plans? What would you like to talk about? You're a pretty good adventuring partner, I'd say. Reliable, agreeable, no complaints.
Is it customary to greet...
An orc's work. Wanna do a little... Oh, don't mind me. Just having a look about, making note of any valuables, number of doors and windows, like Seek's taught me. Just for practice, honest.
Tell me about this thing called sleep. Do you really spend a part of every day unconscious and performing absolutely no useful function whatsoever? It sounds so inefficient and boring. Why does your overseer permit such lackadaisical behavior?
Problem, Sarah? Hope we find something interesting today. What would you like to talk about? We've already been through more together than most people I've known. Feels like I've known you forever. Not tired of you yet, though. Hope we find... What would you like to talk? I love maps and old books. Oh, I can lose myself in a library or booksellers for days on end. I'm also a bit of an enophile. It means I like wine. A lot. Problem, Sarah? Change of plans? What would you like to talk about? I don't regret throwing my lot in with you, if that's what you're asking. There aren't many adventurers I'm willing to partner up with again and again, but you keep proving yourself useful. And pretty nice. make it! Keep moving! You know, I like to think I'm agreeable. I really don't like your odds.
When it comes to locks, you really get what you pay for. Most of the time, Seeks doesn't even pick the cheap ones. They just come apart if you know about the weak points.
I went to pay a visit to a mortal I hadn't seen in some time. A mage by the name of Herenia. Evidently, she has been dead for some 900 years, which I understand you regard as a significant span of time? How very inconsiderate of her.
I don't really miss the green. Sure, I'd love to hear the spinners weave tales about me once I make it big as Lady Twilight. But Valenwood doesn't provide many opportunities for flashy heists.
An orc's work is never done.
Hello there. Hello there. What's the... I am... This one is...
This one is a Dusadaro of House Ravenwatch from Rivenspire. Assume I am here on a diplomatic mission. Such assumptions make everything that comes later much easier to accept, yes?
I was out and about today, ran into a herder. She wasn't minding her sheep, so I helped myself to one. Mutton stew for dinner. I can't recall the last time I witnessed a good knife fight. How do civilized folk settle their differences these days?
What can I do for you?
I've little time for talk.
Letters are such an impersonal means of communication. If you have something important to say, you should always do it in person. That's why I burn every letter I receive. Have I burned any address to this house? No. Why do you ask?
I was working out a spell to stop the hiccups, but I can't finish the damn incantation. Ugh.
Wonder why they call moving stolen goods fencing and laundering. That's too pedestrian for Lady Twilight. Mind if I try picking your pocket? Six says I shouldn't ask that, but I'm 4 for 5 and that last one said I was sweet, but she was married.
What kind of inn is this? I've been sitting here for hours and nobody's brought me a drink. This is why I refuse to be a paying customer. Are you the proprietor? Bring me some wine.
Fighting's thirsty work, huh?
Huh? What? I was just starting to doze off. Now I'm going to have to start counting bottles again. But these are empty. I can't count empty bottles. Bring me some new bottles. And make sure they're full this time.